Hey there, I'm Rohan Goswami. I'm a business reporter at Semafor. An interesting bit of news out of DC, out of Taiwan, out of New York. Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing, TSMC, the world's largest maker of advanced chips, has a big in-house lobbying function, but to navigate the DC headwinds that they've experienced lately, they've turned to an unusual set of advisors. Howard Lutnick's former bank, Cantor Fitzgerald, which doesn't really do DC advice, nor does it do M&A, which is what big companies like TSMC like to tap bankers for. What TSMC and Cantor are talking about, again, very informally and in an unpaid capacity, is how to navigate the most important man in commerce, Howard Lutnick. Those bankers and those government affairs executives at TSMC have exchanged notes, so to speak, about dealing with the various issues around the CHIPS Act. Remember, TSMC has billions of dollars pending from the US government that is yet to hit its coffers. This comes as the company is trying to roll out a $160 billion plus investment spree in the US, something which Howard Lutnick's team says will create thousands of jobs and bring advanced onshore manufacturing in the chip space. It's also the latest sign of how companies are trying to figure out where they stand in DC. Now, before Howard Lutnick became Commerce Secretary, but after he'd stepped away from day-to-day management of Cantor Fitzgerald, he and senior leadership at TSMC did meet in Cantor's Midtown offices. That was part of Lutnick's standard getting ready for a really big job. But notably, Lutnick didn't divest his Cantor Fitzgerald stake until this week, yesterday in fact, to investor consortium led by 26 North's Josh Harris and to his two children, who are chairing and running Cantor Fitzgerald. Now, it's important to stress, again, this isn't a paid relationship, right? This isn't TSMC paying Cantor for advice on how to deal with commerce. But bankers love to have these kinds of informal conversations with potential big clients, offering free advice and free guidance in hopes that when a company does have big business, they'll turn to the bankers that gave them free advice. It used to be that corporates could hire a conventional stable of lobbying firms to identify the nexuses of power, right? Elected officials, appointees, and in the White House as well. That's largely changed as a result of Trump's new team, right? The Florida lobbying contingent has obviously emerged in the forefront. But in addition to that, you also have former employers, former firms of prominent members of Trump's administration. And TSMC isn't alone in looking to friends of administration officials for guidance. Citibank, the global investment and merchant bank, hired Robert Lighthizer, the former U.S. trade representative, earlier this year. His job is pretty simple: to help Citi's global client base figure out how to navigate tariffs and trade relations. Lighthizer, of course, is the mentor to the current U.S. Trade Representative, Jameson Greer, and his thinking looms large over the Trump administration's economic and tariff policy. Tap the link in the description to read the full story, and don't forget to sign up for Semafor Business to get stories like this in your inbox.